Hi, my name is Srikar Mareddy, and in this video, I'm going to teach about the market structure known as the oligopoly. I'll be going over the characteristics of the firm and the market, the payoff matrix, including dominant strategy and Nash equilibrium, and the graph. Oligopoly is an industry structure in which there are few firms producing products that range from highly to slightly differentiated. Barriers to entry do exist, and they are very high. It is very difficult to enter an oligopoly market. Other characteristics include the high probability of interdependence and collusion, and productive and allocative inefficiency. Two examples of the oligopoly market product are the car industry and the cell phone industry. Oligopolists must closely consider the actions of other firms, as the output and price decisions of one firm can have a significant impact on the entire market. That is why rival oligopolists use game theory, the study of how people or firms in this case act strategically in the context of a game, in an attempt to maximize profits. A common example of the use of game theory is the prisoner's dilemma. Prisoner's dilemma is a standard example of game theory that shows why two completely rational individuals, or firms again in this case, might not cooperate, even if it appears in their best interest to do so. The situation is as follows. Two members of a criminal gang are arrested and imprisoned. Each member is in solitary confinement with no means of interacting or communicating with the other. The prosecutors don't have enough evidence to convict the two on the principal charge, but they have enough for a lesser charge. Each prisoner is given the opportunity to betray the other by testifying that the other committed the crime, or to cooperate with the other by remaining silent. The offer is as follows. If both prisoners betray each other, they each serve 2 years in prison. If prisoner A betrays prisoner B, prisoner A will be set free, and prisoner B will serve 3 years, and vice versa. If they both stay silent, however, they both serve 1 year on the lesser charge. Through this situation, it is implied that all purely rational, self-interested people, or firms in this case, will always betray the other and try to pick their dominant strategy. The dominant strategy for both firm A and firm B in this payoff matrix is to charge a lower price, which will allow each individual firm to maximize its own profits while at least decreasing the others. However, in this case, if they both choose a low price, they both end up with a lower profit than they could have gotten in any of the other cells of the payoff matrix. The Nash equilibrium is reached when both firms choose the action that is best for them given the actions of the other. In this case, the Nash equilibrium will be at the high price, since they will both choose that cell on purpose, meaning that they will both most likely interact with each other and decide to both set a high price and have a higher chance of getting profit at the risk of the other firm also getting that same profit. And last, we have the graph for the oligopoly called the Kinked demand curve. In this graph, before price level P, demand is elastic, meaning that it changes a lot when price changes. After price level P, demand is inelastic, segment PD, meaning that price doesn't change as much demand doesn't change that much after price changes. This is due to the assumption of the Kinked demand hypothesis. Rival firms are unlikely to match another price's increase, but they may match another price's fall. This makes sense if you think about it in the context of two firms. If firm A were to increase their price, that means more consumers would go to firm B for the same product. However, if firm A were to decrease their price, consumers would leave firm B and go to firm A, leaving to firm B with the only viable option of decreasing their price as well.